Okay.
Welcome CTAT members to this CTSO update for the fall of 2020. In this session, we're going to look at the Fbla, and we have with us the state advisor for Fbla, Deanne Matlock. Ms. Matlock, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
We were just visiting a little bit before we started recording, and you have been involved with Fbla for 25 years. Can you give us a little background on your involvement with Fbla?
Sure. I actually was a student in Fbla and when I graduated high school in 1986. Didn't find it until my junior year in high school. Went away to college, spent a few years teaching at other schools, and went back to my high school and got started back into Fbla as an advisor, and served as a chapter advisor for several years, and then got active with the board of directors through that particular chapter. And from there, I became the state script advisor. So I did all of our scripts, then the state officer coordinator, and then from there, 5 years ago, took over as the state advisor when Betty Scott retired.
Fantastic. It sounds like they were lucky to get you with that wealth of experience.
I've enjoyed it. It's been fun.
And when you say you were the script advisor, I'm assuming that had to do with convention planning, and would that be the main gist of it?
Yeah, I wrote the scripts for the opening and closing and voting sessions for the state conference.
Awesome. It's so funny because as I'm visiting with the state advisors and the program directors of the CTSOs have been so inspirational to many of us who have gotten in the field of career and technical education. I know it was the case on my part, and it sounds like it was very influential in you becoming a teacher. So it just underscores the importance of CTSOs, and it underscores the importance of what people like you do, and we really appreciate you.
Thank you. I do believe that CTSOs are lifebloods on our campuses. Kids who find our CTSOs go on and do big things.
They're so inspirational, and I don't use that word lightly because I think it's so important to what we do as teachers, but they engage students, they're inspirational, and they're just a keystone to our career tech programs, and it's hard to put a value on those.
I agree. They actually bring our programs to life.
Well, can you, how big is Fbla? How many districts, how many members? Kind of give us the rundown on Fbla as an organization in Texas.
Well, in Texas, we have about 4,000 members. We're probably in 100+ districts. And we have, I haven't looked at the number of schools, but we have lots of schools. Our biggest area tends to be the Dallas-Fort Worth area and the Houston area. Those tend to be our areas that have our most active chapters, but we have chapters from Lubbock on down to the El Paso area. So we are spread out across the state of Texas.
Do you know historically about what year Fbla became active in Texas? Off the top of your head, ballpark?
In the 1960s, I believe.
That's terrific. So I guess I'm trying to get at, this isn't a fly-by-night deal. It's a well-established career tech organization that's been around a while.
We've been around a very, very long time.
Ms. Matlock, again, thank you for being with us. And if you don't mind, we can get to the questions. We have monthly, we have roundtable updates with, it's primarily CT directors, but it's also, there's teachers and coordinators and supervisors and counselors, just anyone who kind of takes on kind of like a leadership role in the district, and that could be a department head. And And you know, that comes in all sizes and shapes depending on the school district. And so we have these roundtables, and it kept coming up, you know, well, what are the career tech student organizations doing in the fall of 2020 because of the COVID-19? And so we came up with the idea at CTAT of putting together these CTSO updates. And you guys have just been incredible in responding to these. But these are kind of the questions that we're getting, and what we'd like to get answered. So what activities are taking place this fall?
Well, our very first state activities that are taking place actually are taking place this coming Friday, and it's our area fall workshops. And usually we have 7 scattered across the state of Texas that our student vice presidents for each area are responsible for putting on, but with COVID, which has changed everything, and usually they're spaced out between October and November. So, but for some reason they all fell on this weekend, on this coming weekend. But this year we've got 3 happening, done by all 7 of the state officers. Area 1, which is our Lubbock area, is doing theirs on their own. And then area 6 and 7, which is Dallas and Fort Worth, they're doing one as well. And then the other areas 2, 3, 4, and 5 have come together and are doing another workshop. And they're all virtual. They're all taking place via Zoom. And so active chapters should have already gotten information about or Zoom or YouTube Live. I think one group is doing YouTube Live and the others are doing Zoom. So they should already have that information and be able to join in on those. That's our big activities that take place during the fall. And like I said, they're virtual, and I think everything pretty much is going to be virtual this year.
So regardless of region, all the activities are virtual. You're not having any in-person activities in this fall.
Not the fall, not statewide. Now, what chapters are doing individually, you know, I think a lot of schools aren't allowing outside people to come in and participate on their campuses, so it's pretty much having to be virtual.
Fantastic. And if CTE teachers that are new to teaching and maybe want to learn activities, or school administrators, where can they locate information on what FBLA activities are going on?
One thing that I'm doing is once a month, I'm actually sending out videos like this to through our listserv. And so if anybody wants to join our listserv, they can go to our webpage at www.fblatx.org, and on the advisor page, sign up for our listserv and you'll get my videos. And so I've been trying to send out monthly videos that give some information about what's going on, what the board is doing. As a board, we felt like we needed to let our advisors know, you know, that we're still active and that we're still what we are doing as a board as well. We're also putting that information on our website, or they can contact their area state vice president, which is a student, or their area board reps, and those emails are also on our website.
And the best way to get to that is probably just to Google FBLA Texas, right? And get FBLATX.org.
FBLATX.org is our website, yes.
Fantastic. And you mentioned this a little bit about getting the listserv, which is fantastic. And then also probably they get a lot of information from their, what you call it, an area board rep?
Yeah, our board members are send out information, you know, as they get information as well. They're responsible for actually getting in contact with those area schools so that they, and keeping them in the loop as well.
And so the best method for receiving updates as the year moves forward, not just COVID related updates, but just updates in general, is that the same method, join the listserv?
The listserv is the easiest way for me to get information out, just because it's all in one place. So yeah, the listserv is the easiest way. We do put updates on our website as well.
Are you guys making plans for spring activities in person, or probably both? Or have you
Right
made?
now, from talking to our board reps who they do our area competition, which is usually in January for most of them, I believe all of those are going to be virtual from our last board meeting that we had. They were saying that those, schools just as of right now, schools aren't able to travel. So as far as January competitions go, those look like those are going to be virtual. We won't make a decision on our state conference until December. We meet as a board in December at our conference site, which will be in Galveston, hopefully. And by then, hopefully Galveston will have some idea of what their capacity limits are, because right now I still don't think we can gather in large groups anywhere in the state of Texas. So if we go by what's happening right now, it'll have to be virtual, but we're hoping that maybe we can do a hybrid, because I do know that a lot of districts still are saying that they're not allowing anybody to travel for this school year. So if it's not hybrid, it will be completely virtual.
And when is your state conference typically held?
It's the last week in March. We go Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Well, good luck to you. It doesn't look like it's going to let up that quick, does it?
It does not, and I really hate that for our kids. I think we're all needing that in person, face to face, just human touch type, interaction. And the virtual is not near as much fun because you're not there, but we're hoping to have a really nice conference this year.
Well, that screen fatigue is a very real thing.
It is that.
Miss Matlock, we sure appreciate you being here, and I know that I speak on behalf of our CTAT members. If there's any way that we can help you with this, and whether that be judging or just getting the word out, please let us know and keep us in mind, because we're here to help as well.
We definitely will, and we're always looking for judges. So.
Well, let us help you get the word out.
Okay, thank you very much.
Is there anything I didn't ask that our members need to know?
Just that we're here, we're working, we're doing everything that we can to make this year productive for everybody. And if we can do anything to help anybody with anything, just give us a call or give us a holler, and we will be more than happy to see what we can do to help.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being here and providing this update to our members. Deanne Matlock, State Advisor, FBLA.
Thank you.